I felt the earth beneath my feet, sat by the river and it made me complete. Our sympathy.
Hello, CP.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey. I know it's been a while since we've actually talked to anybody and been in the public eye. I caught wind earlier about your conversation about the billboards and things like that. I personally, on behalf of me and Katie, wanted to come up and just tell everybody, say thank you for everything everybody's done and the work that you guys are putting forth, helping find Sebastian, keeping his name public. It really means a lot. I know, like I said, we haven't been out too much in the private eye. We've kind of been doing some things behind the scenes, quietly working with law enforcement, doing what they've asked. But just wanted to reach out and say, hey, thanks to all those who have contributed and continuously prayers and thoughts about Sebastian.
100%, always.
Oh, absolutely, man. I appreciate the opportunity to get to meet y'all too, man. So
yeah, no worries, man. Like I said, we're there, you know. But
the thing is it's just like, I mean, it's funny, man, because you hold no grudge, and I say that a lot. And it's just, even that day you could see that, right, when you walk up. And honestly, I mean, like I told you this, I was like, dude, you could really ruffle me up, you know what I mean? But it wasn't, man. It was just, hey, dude, there's no grudge. It's about finding Sebastian. And, you know, it's nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to put a face with a name. And you did that with everybody there. And so I think everybody, you know, people seem to have this narrative that they have no freaking clue or have a general understanding about you, man, or Katie, for that matter. It's ridiculous that this is where we're at 7 months later. I feel like where there has been no headway in such a way of, like, positivity, right? It's just still the same thing we're at. And Truth actually says that, man. I get where he's coming from. Like, when I respond, this and honestly, kind of like a general conversation that when talking to you the other day, it's like, hey, you know, it's not worth the time. Just keep doing what you're doing to, you know, help, you know, bring awareness to Sebastian and bringing him home. So I greatly appreciate that.
anytime, man. I mean, if anything, what I would push out there for any and all creators, Truth, Clue, and there's a few more out there that kind of do the same thing. Push the drama out. If you just keep everything away from it and just focus on just the basic facts, what law enforcement has, what the situation is for what it is, and focus on that and just do some searching for Sebastian. And they're searching in multiple ways. I mean, no, not everybody's going to be out there physically traipsing across the landscapes, which that's not for everybody. I completely understand that. Some are great at it. Some may have some disabilities that prevent them from doing that. Some have a lot more intelligence behind computers and keyboards trying to figure out things, which is amazing. I'm not going to sit here and tell what people should and shouldn't think. That's not how I operate. That's not the way I was taught. Everybody's opinions are just that. They're their opinions. You know, different points of view are always welcomed, but just not so much of the drama, because I know it bogs the case down with law enforcement, with everybody, and it weighs heavy on all parties involved as far as the stress goes. Katie, myself, Seth. I mean, let's not forget something here. Yep. Seth is the parent. He is the biological father to Sebastian. He loves his son. Yep. Katie loves her son. I love Sebastian. But that stress is not an added factor which any of us wish upon anybody. And we just ask that people, let's take a step back from drama, push it away, deal with that stuff later. Let's just all focus on finding Sebastian.
Hey, Chris, can I say something real quick about a conversation that I had with you? Yeah. It's morely got to do with the mentioning of the parents. The thing is I was guilty, obviously, of my opinion was you, Katie, from the start, right? And started looking at this, and it goes back to, like I said, the whole general conversation of when Seth would come out and do the video. But you still told me, hey, look, man, the thing is, your opinions, that's your opinion. But what you need to do, Stephen, is stop bashing all the parents, Seth, Katie, myself. Like, there's no need for that. And, you know, it's something that is, I will say, it's been hard given the direct flybacks I get over there. So it's easy to get caught up in the back and forth. And that's what Truth is trying, you know, Truth was explaining to me. He's like, man, just let it happen, let it go. And kind of same thing you said, like, they're going to say whatever, just let it go. Don't give it no mind. Be respectful of all individuals, you know, because y'all are the parents. And so it's something that I've got to work on better myself, to be honest with you, especially given the situation at hand now. But I want to say appreciate that advice. And it's the same to Truth, man, with the advice. And Clue, you look at Cletus, man, they have all been legit when it comes to, like, hey, look, man, just keep doing you, do it this way. It's not worth your time when it comes to these people are going to think whatever the hell they want, no matter what. You're not going to change that opinion. That's their opinion. That's why it is what it is. But we could do this without having to critically bash everybody.
Well, I mean, in the end, just like so the day that we met you and we handed the flyers out to the barbecue and that crew and all that and met them, you know, Terry Lynn's there. That's fine. I don't hold a grudge. It's not a personal thing for me. That's why I walked up and said, hey, let me give you a hug. She gave me a hug. I gave her a hug. She gave Katie a hug. You know, it's not a personal vendetta. It's not. This is not about me, Katie, or Seth. This is about our 15-year-old son, Sebastian. and bringing him home. That's what this is about. Once everybody can focus and draw back to that effectively, I really and truly believe that a lot of these creators could be effective. They could all come together and try to collaborate and make some big, I don't know, I'm not a planner, but I have an idea in my head of where we could try to get some groups, very credible and reputable groups together and try to form something to bring awareness, not just to Sebastian's case. There's so many kids every single day that are going missing that need that focus. And Katie and I can't be completely stingy and just say it's all about Sebastian. We can't. But we'd love to. We love that everybody is staying focused on Sebastian. But we definitely would love everybody to just push away the negativity and just focus back on Sebastian. He's the important piece here. He is why we're here.
Absolutely. That's facts.
But
Yeah,
Blue
real
and Truth, I
quick.
definitely want to say thank you for everything you guys do. You know, we hear a lot of good comments, a lot of reasonable thoughts, and appreciate all your efforts of pushing billboards. You guys did an amazing thing, just like Duchess and Barbecue and Tammy and all those folks. I mean, there's no way we could have done it without y'all's help, and it truly, truly means a lot to all of us.
Of course, you're welcome.
Absolutely.
Chris, if you don't mind me asking just a very simple question, how are you and Katie doing mentally, physically? Obviously, I know missing Sebastian, but how are y'all holding up in this whole ordeal?
We take it day by day. It's a mental struggle. We get up and we miss having Sebastian home. She's missing a piece of her, and that's not a piece that I can replace. It's not a piece that anybody can replace except Sebastian. So she will be temporarily broken until that piece nobody can replace except Sebastian. She's missing a piece of her, and that's not a piece that I can replace. It's not a piece that anybody can replace except Sebastian. So she will be temporarily broken until that piece is brought home. However, she's missing her child. She is missing her light. It's a struggle, but I mean, we just one day at a time. We get up, keep pushing forward, push through all the noise, as I like to call it. Push past the noise and keep moving forward. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We just don't know how long the tunnel is, but we're going to keep walking through it. So,
I know a lot of people in the comments have questions, and I'm not going to ask any of them because I think that, it appears to me that Chris wanted to come up and address y'all, and I don't think it's really, my place to ask y'all's questions. But I will say, do you think that the drama supports the exposure as far as Sebastian's name? Does that make sense? Like, are y'all seeing the amount of shit that's going on, and is it affecting y'all?
We see it all the time. It will never end. We will hear it. We see it. We live the life. We can't go places without somebody recognizing us, taking a picture, posting it on Facebook. There's people that post things on YouTube and Facebook and all these other social media outlets that's fine. That's your right. But at some point, if you were in our shoes, would you want it done to you is the question that I ask internally to myself. Would we do it to somebody else as they're doing it to us? I would hope not. I really, truly would hope not. But I know people have a lot of questions, and at some point we may come out and start answering some questions when the time is right. And keep in mind, any time, no matter what I say, Katie says, Seth may say, it all will twist to be formed to somebody's narrative. Somewhere, some way, somebody has to twist the narrative, and that's fine. It's their right, it's their business. But we're just missing Sebastian. That's all people need to know. We miss it. We want him home. We'd love to have our home complete again, and it's not.
Hey, Chris, may I ask just a small question here? And I think it was something kind of like Cletus had pointed out in Truth. When it comes to talking about your son, as long as it is in a positive way, and I will maintain that, is it all right I speak on him and I can make that? Obviously, I go out and I do the searches. I don't do the lives. I just want to make sure it's okay with you and Katie. I can talk about your son and obviously, do what I'm doing out there with the searching.
Yes. I mean, Katie and I'm pretty sure I speak on behalf of Katie for this, but people can talk about Sebastian, use his name and use his pictures in a positive manner. We are not going to get permission to use it in a negative manner, period, whatsoever.
Absolutely.
But yes, people can. I've seen some of the stuff about C&Ds and all this, and enough is enough, people. We need folks to utilize those pictures in his name to help push those searches in the social media aspects in a positive light, not a negative light, a positive one, across however big this earth may be, because we don't know where he's at. But wherever he is, we want him home where he belongs. That is what we want. And when I say home, that is home with all of his parents, not any one or two. It's all of his parents, all of his family, whether they're in Texas, whether in Tennessee, it does not matter. This boy has 3 families that love him dearly, and he needs to be home with them.
I agree with that 100%.
I mean, it's tough, but I'm going to jump down. I don't want to be up on a soapbox. And I know folks have questions. And like I said, at some point, sometime, we will. But just not right now. It's not the time. Just know that law enforcement's doing their job. TBI, the FBI, Summit County Sheriff's Office, all the detectives involved are phenomenal. They are doing the best that they can. They will take the leads. They run with them. Katie and I have no complaints about them. They are doing phenomenal. You know, just work with us, work with them, give them what they need, and allow them to do their jobs. And I'm sure we'll get an answer.
I agree.
So,
Thank you for coming up here.
yeah, no worries. Thanks, Clue. Thanks, Cletus. Truth. It's always real. So, y'all have a good evening. Take care and enjoy your wonderful weekend.
You
Absolutely,
too.
you too.
All right, later.
Bye.